The early settlements in the western region were marked by a lack of law and order, resulting in a significant amount of violence. Columbus, Texas, was no exception to this chaotic setting. From conflicts with Native Americans leading to deaths, to the struggles during the Texas War for Independence, the aftermath of the Civil War, and the absence of an effective and unbiased justice system in the late 1800s and early 1900s, violent deaths were quite prevalent. The Brunson Saloon was the scene of a murder. Larkin Hope, city marshal, was assassinated in the alleyway just outside the saloon with a double-barreled shotgun to the neck. The saloon also operated a secret brothel just upstairs, staining the bar with debauchery and lustful acts. Could these layers of events give birth to a prevalent haunting? Dylan and Brian meet with Renee, a member of the board of directors in Columbus, to investigate some unexplainable phenomenon she has experienced.
Did you hear that, dude?
I said, I demand you to return to your vessel. That's what I said in my head.
I'm agitated.
Bro, did you hear that?
I have never seen anything like this on a Polaroid, not once. So Renee, can you tell us where we are right now?
We are currently at the Live Oak Art Center in Columbus, Texas. This was originally the Brunson Saloon. This building was built in 1891. This is the original bar, and this behind us is, I'm assuming, where they kept the alcohol, and this is all original as well. And Charles Brunson had this built, and it was one of the town saloons. I do not know for certain. In 1890, there was a Stafford-Townsend feud that went on here in Columbus. I don't know if this bar was particularly Townsend leaning or Stafford leaning. I do know that most of the bars in town, most of the saloons, kind of had a fraction of loyalty to one party or the other. And I don't know where the Brunson Saloon fell into the history there. This part was the saloon. Upstairs, we have been told, was a brothel. I've confirmed that with some of the people that know the history that still are around and are still on the board here at the Live Oak Art Center. We're a nonprofit organization, so we have a board of directors. And they have confirmed that the rumor was the upstairs was a brothel at one point in time. Several of the women, we have a former director that is that worked here that complained of a heavy feeling upstairs. I myself have experienced a heaviness upstairs. Never had anything particularly negative happen to me here. I've never felt scared. I've never felt like, I have that feeling where you just want to run down the hallway. I've never had any of that. But I have been closing up late at night. I was with a friend, and we were walking out the door, and he turned to me and said, "Do you hear that upstairs?" And it did. It sounded distinctly like someone was walking around upstairs.
Like footsteps.
Oh yeah, very, very distinctly. You know, just that sound that you hear. And we have yoga here in the building in the mornings, and about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening. And that's it sounded like people moving around upstairs. But this was 9, 10 o'clock at night. No one was up there.
Really?
And and it was very distinctive.
So do you think maybe this family feud, do you think there's some kind of entity. Can you tell me about some of these people? You said earlier that someone was shot just outside here.
Well, there's 2 people that were killed in very close vicinity to the building. Sam Reese was a former sheriff at the time, and he was here, and there was some kind of fight, some kind of, there's alcohol involved. there's no telling how things got kind of wound up, and there was a kind of a brawl. And so as this moved outside, the guns started to get involved. And it is believed that he was shot by a man named Will Clements, who Sam had recently lost the sheriff's race, I believe, to a man named Burford. And when he lost that race, this Will Clements person was appointed a deputy sheriff. And Sam and this Will guy did not get along to begin with. And so as this argument ensued, they moved outside, and Will shot Sam at him twice. And I believe the first bullet just kind of grazed his head. And then the second one hit him in the neck and went straight through the carotid. And he did not last very long at that point.
That was just outside.
That was just outside the front door. That was right outside. Because I think it kind of spilled out from the saloon into the street at the time. And then Larkin Hope, who was the city marshal, where this Stafford-Townsend feud kind of started, he had been the city marshal at one point in time. And it is believed that a man named Jim Coleman snuck through this alleyway right here that's just outside the building. And at the time, the city was pitch black, and he was able to easily hide as Larkin was walking down the street. To come here, there were men. He'd received a message that someone wanted to meet him here. And his wife begged him not to come and said, please don't go, this is a bad idea. And he felt like he needed to come. And he was shot right out in the alleyway. And actually, he was walking down the street, so the shooter was shooting from the alleyway, but he was also shot right out here in front of the building.
And what time frame are we talking about here?
This would have been the very late 1800s, so the 1890s, and that I think that Larkin Hope was shot in 1898. I don't know the date of Sam Reese for certain when he was killed.
When was this building built?
This building was built in 1891.
I know you told me a story earlier kind of about Santa Ana and Alamo.
Yes.
And how it all ties in with Texas history. I'd be
Yes.
really interested in hearing that again. And you said something about a fire as well.
Yes, so Columbus was heavily involved with, at the time, we were called Beeson's Crossing. And Sam Houston actually camped somewhere in the area here. And Columbus was considered for a time to be the capital for the state of Texas. And
Really?
yes, I'm glad it's not, because it wouldn't be this wonderful little small town that it is now. So anyway, he ordered the town to be evacuated and completely emptied and burned to the ground in 1836 during an incident called the Runaway Scrape. There's lots of information on the interview about it. Santa Fe, Texas, San Felipe, goodness gracious, San Felipe right up the road from us, just past Sealy, I believe, also had quite an incident with the Runaway Scrape. They were also heavily involved in that as well. So there were several small Texas towns around this area. Gonzales is rich with history too, which is just south of here. They burnt the town to the ground. So finding a home that is still standing, that is before 1836, is unheard of in this area.
And did this building see the fire? Did it survive the fire, or was everything completely?
This building was not built till 1891, so it was several years after the war had kind of finished up and things were starting to settle and become more peaceful again. And not as many people came back to the area that had left. Some people had just moved on and just rebuilt someplace else. So I think we lost There's also we were part of the old 300, which were some of the original settlers in this area. There's still families with the same last names running around town here. It's fascinating how many people have stayed in the area. It's just incredibly rich with
It's like
history.
just hidden history.
It really is. The whole town is just an incredible little gem. It really is. It's an amazing place.
I felt that driving through. I think we drove through a road and there was a tree in the middle of the road and the road wrapped it 3 times around the tree. And I'm like, that's such a Texas thing. Like, where the heck are we?
For such a small town, we've had such illustrious characters come from just this one little spot. Mark Townsend, who was part of the Townsend feud, obviously. Mark Townsend was part of the Texas Senate, and he is responsible for the legislation that protected the Alamo. And he is part of the reason why we have the Alamo today. And then Bob Stafford, who was on the opposite side of that, was a very wealthy rancher, one of the wealthiest ranchers, and had one of the largest ranches in Texas and head of cattle. He was one of the first people that created refrigerated trains, and so that meat could be shipped safely throughout the country and throughout the state to get to families so that you could eat it safely. So the refrigerated rail car is one of his inventions. So we have a neat little cast of characters. We still have a cast of characters here.
That being
That
said,
hasn't changed.
so there's a fire, there's all this history that's directly connected to the Alamo, which the Alamo is considered to be one of the most haunted historical
right.
sites in the world, right?
Right.
You stated you felt a heavy presence upstairs. There used
Yeah.
to be a brothel. There were several murders that occurred here.
Yes.
Do you believe, personally, that heavy presence, do you believe it's somehow connected with all of this?
I don't know. I don't know if it had to do with the murders out front or if it has to do with the fact that that was a brothel. I don't know. I don't know enough about, I've never experienced any fear here. Like I said, I've never felt like, God, just get me out of here. I want to leave right now. Well, I've never had that experience. I don't know. I don't know what could be here. I'm very curious to see what you guys are going to come up with tonight, if anything. And I do hope you've managed to figure something out. I think it would be great. I just know that this town and this building, I love this building. I love this place. This is my second home. As the president for the board of directors, I am up here all the time. I practically live here. This place, I have a real soft spot for this place. So it means a lot to me. It means a lot to a lot of people. It means a lot to our community. We have an artist coming up in July. She is a hometown girl. This is her first solo show. Her name is Tyler Kay. She is a very up and coming young artist. And the first time she ever had a piece of artwork hang in a gallery was here. When she was an elementary school student, and she made something for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Contest. That was the first time her art hung in a gallery. And she's coming back, and she's coming back to have her first solo show. So we try to really do a lot for our community here, and it's certainly changed its motivation for what it's for. You know what I mean?
They do yoga.
Yeah, we have yoga classes 5 days a week upstairs. We have children's art camps every year. And then in the fall and the spring, we offer free art classes for all of the students after school. Anyone can sign up if they're in elementary school, and those are completely free for the kids. So we've really tried to change whatever this place started as. It's certainly not what it's doing now. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about the community. So, yeah.
Good memories, bad memories.
Good memories, bad
Like
memories.
you said, you don't know. That's why we're here tonight.
I don't, yeah.
We're going to try to figure out what this heavy presence is and see if it's somehow connected with this history.
Yeah. I'm fascinated to see what you guys come up with, really.
We are too. We're so excited to be here.
Oh yeah.
All right, spirits. We're going to liven the place up a little bit. If there are any spirits tied to this land, tied to the murders that occurred here, any spirits that commune here to the bar in the afterlife, please tell us what's going on with this building. So what we have here is we have our new REM portal. You can come here and interact with it to let us know that you're here with us. All you got to do is approach this copper wire. In addition to that, we also have a touch sensor cat ball. I need you to complete the circuit. So if you want to talk to us with this, all you got to do is touch both these metal bars right here, if that interests you more as well. That being said, we keep hearing a man grunt. And I think someone tried to touch me in here. Can you give us a sign that you're somewhere here in this bar with us? AC?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a shadow inside of the office that's locked. Did I see one of the cowboys that used to come here? Did I hear you grunt? Let me get out of the shot with the GS2, see if anything pops up.
Move towards me.
Okay, is it detecting something right now? Are you near the bar right now? Was that you? That knock?
No.
It's detecting heat, look. It's on the right now. Are you near the bar? Please come have a shot. We got some whiskey.
Whoa.
Dude, what's going on? What is it detecting? Are you near the REM pod? Touch that copper wire if you're here with us. Did you hear that?
No, I was really focused on the screen.
No, I heard a woman say like 3 or 4 words. And there's no houses. This is like the best place for zero noise pollution, right?
Dude, what is it doing?
I don't know, maybe go for a reset?
Yeah.
We just want to rule out. Okay, so we just started rolling, right? But I thought I got touched. I thought I heard a little girl. I just heard a woman. I saw a shadow in the office that's locked. It wasn't my reflection. Could have sworn I heard like an old man grunt. So there's little things happening here and there. And then associated with it, you kind of get goosebumps and you get like energy. So it's really interesting. I can't wait till we get maybe an intelligent response because I feel like there's tons of like residual stuff happening around. It's just random. But now it's baselining at the top.
Let's do this. Turn the sensitivity down. Okay, if it's reading something,
I think it's the mirror.
yeah, it might be bouncing back, but now it's not reading anything below it. Then we can rule out anything below it. So if that was you, can you come back in front of the bar again?
Can you stomp your feet? Would really love for you to touch that REM pod. Could be an old keepsake box. There might be some rings or some jewelry in there. What was that?
I don't know.
It's like I was saying, there's like so many just weird sounds that like, and it's such a quiet building and like, it's weird. Felt a little dizzy right there for a second. Hope. You were the marshal that was brutally murdered just outside. Larkin Hope, we want to tell your story.
No, I'm definitely hearing stuff in the microphone.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'm getting tingles too. Larkin Hope, is that you? You were a marshal? Why did those men do to you what they did? Did it happen fast? You buckshot to the neck. Can you imagine that?
No. Must be quite the impact. A lot of energy.
Did your blood get spilled just in front of this building? What about the men who shot him? Are you still here? All right, spirits, you can use this device right here. You can let us hear your voice. Utilize the radio sweeps. Did you die here? So quiet. Love it.
Yep.
Not a lot of radio stations either, so there's not a whole lot that might work against us, actually. You can use this device to literally talk to us, manipulate the words that are coming through the amber waves here. Does your spirit still linger? Somebody tell me about the brothel.
You know, I was just thinking about that.
Were there any ladies of the evening that were popular? What were some of their names? What did it say? Old?
I don't know. It's even harder for me to understand because it comes through so loud.
Did you just try to speak with us? Can you try to say it again a little bit louder, please?
Keep trying. Yeah, you're doing good.
Yep. Well, I'm getting like, there's like energy associated with it. What is this negative, oppressive feeling that women feel when they go upstairs? Who's responsible for that?
I feel like someone's trying, but they just can't figure it out.
I can try to slow it down for them. Yeah, I slowed it down for you. It might be easier for you to manipulate.
Is there something dark here? Whoa, Pete.
Pete.
Pete. That's what
Who
it
was
sounded,
that?
initially. That's what it sounded like. Pete.
Who's Pete? Huh, feet. That was a P.
Yeah, strong P.
Who was that?
Do you want us to go somewhere else in the In the building?
Yeah, where should we go? Can you tell us?
That definitely said F you. For sure.
Why you mean, man? Why are you telling me to bugger off?
Dude.
Seriously, you heard that? Mm-hmm. So you said you don't like me, and now you're saying F you.
Now give me chicken skin, dude.
Are you the negative force that these women feel when they're upstairs? Is that it then? Are we on the right track? So we get that you're not nice. Well, who are you? Bro, what did it say?
You are not the devil.
Correct?
That you are not.
It said you're not the devil?
You said, who are you? Then it said, don't.
Oh, so you're just pulling that,
Spooky spirit card.
You really think we're gonna buy that? This place is not demonically haunted, I'll tell you that.
Alright, well, we got a lot of museum to cover and we're not leaving. So we invite you to open up and talk to us. We really want to know what you're about. Good something? Good something? Yeah, it was good. So feel free to follow us around and make your presence known. Rolling, 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 rolling.
What is going on right now?
Dude.
So we came upstairs and something's like following us. This was static, and then I just got like a huge jolt of like electricity like throughout my whole body. And now it's gone. Look, look, it's going down.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, night shot. Alright, so we just picked this up because the GS2 is going insane. It's just going down the stairs. It's on like half sensitivity.
I run Spirit Talker.
Yeah. Dude, what is that? That is a full mass of like...
Give me the Polaroid.
Dude.
Show up in my picture, please.
Dude, that thing's going crazy. It's on half sensitivity.
There's no way, dude. What is going on? It has to be malfunctioning.
I'm learning to
I'm learning to use this.
No way, dude. Are you serious? Yes, please learn. Oh, dude, it's on me. It's on me, dude. I feel this like presence. It's like all over my shoulders and my freaking. Who are you? We're really happy to have you communicate with us. Are you playing with it?
Take this. I'm going to get the tripod. All right. Camera 2, rolling.
Can you reach out and touch me? Temperature fluctuation 47, 46, left, right. It says the temperature is up 7 degrees down there, dude, and the AC was just rolling. It's like a 6 to 7 degree difference, it says.
Dude, that's wild.
Colin.
That's my dad's name.
Did it?
My dad was an artist, and he used to put his art up.
Dude, what's happening?
Why would it say my dad's name? Wow, my dad passed away like 2 years ago, too. Why'd you say my dad's name? The window shutters, you hear that?
Yeah. It's the earbuds.
I'm sorry, I'm like rattled right now.
Yeah. Dude, I am so confused. What is happening?
So my dad used to be an artist, and yeah, he had like several art exhibits and did art shows.
Bench.
Is there a bench in here?
I'm gonna reset this, dude, because like I just want to like. While it's doing that, let me see if there's like some sort of like temperature fluctuation.
I don't know. I can't like.
Cool. Here's the thing, dude. It's like
I can't focus right now.
yeah. Alright. So like here is the air, the cool air, right? Warm air rises.
Heat rises, yeah.
Cool air is gonna sink. But the air is very the same here. The grid is shooting right here.
I'm a little rattled that it said my dad's name.
It's just mapping me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's a cold spot.
I'm going to leave.
No. Don't leave.
Why are you gonna leave?
Don't leave. I'm just gonna do this.
Dad, is that you? I highly doubt, but it's interesting enough. It's a cold spot now.
Who are you?
Dude, it's mapping cold now.
See, that's weird. It's like something was giving off a thermal signature. That just map blue and direction?
It's about halfway on the stairs right now.
I'm so confused. Alright. If you are a presence, can you indicate that you're intelligent on that device? Can you make it flash blue? Let me get the cameras.
No, it's nothing.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Spectre.
You're a specter, okay. Alright, let's see if we can wait for these to go off. Is it mapping me?
It's not.
So it was close, bro. That means it was at the top of the stairs. I'm walking past these cat balls. I just stomped to get that one to go off.
It's still going off. It'll do that though sometimes.
Okay, there's the blue light.
Help me.
How?
Yeah, what do you need? See, it's not even picking me up right here, is it?
No.
What do you need help with?
Archibald.
Train.
Of course.
It's not a haunted spot unless there's a train.
Every haunted place in Texas has a train track next to it.
Now, at first I heard it, I'm like, dude, I'm hearing music.
The trumpets, brother. It's time.
Reminds me of Presidio when we heard those like weird.
War horns?
Yeah.
What about now? Is it getting me?
Barely.
I mean, show people where I'm at.
It's loud.
Very low. I'm right here and it's barely picking up my hands. So for that thing to be where it's at, not even.
Why is it green?
That's distance.
Oh, okay. Cold spot.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Almost Polaroid review time.
Almost. Can you come up these stairs again? I know it's in
paranormal locations, stairs are typically a energetic focal point because they were always used. Could you walk up the stairs? That's it, baselining. You going crazy or no?
Nothing.
All right, good. And just to, well, it's a little quiet right now, just to touch on like what happened. So the GS2, like we've been showing you, works on a couple of different like spectrums, like magneticism. That is a word, right?
It is now.
It is now. So magnetic principles, light, and temperature. So it takes a bunch of data points, but what it's doing right now is it's shooting out an infrared grid that's mapping distance and proximity to the sensor. So the fact that it was just going absolutely insane, there's really no, that was all detection based on the infrared grid. So I'm very perplexed on why that happened. I've never seen it do that before.
All right, so Renee told us that the marshal who was assassinated just outside here on the street in front of the old saloon, his assailant snuck up on him using this same exact alleyway. So before we call it quits for tonight, we're going to try a spirit box session to see if there's any kind of connection between the people who murdered the marshal. That being said, can anybody tell us any clues as to what happened? Is that true, or is it just an urban legend that his assailant snuck up through this alleyway? It's a lot of interference. Larkin Hope, did you die just outside these walls, on that street? Larkin Hope, we're calling out to your spirit. We want to know. Who were your assailants? You want to grab the REM pod over there? Whoa. Larkin Hope, is that you? If you can make contact with us. We know that you were murdered just outside on the street through this alleyway. Your assailant snuck up on you during this alleyway. They used this alleyway to shoot you with a double barrel. We want to know if your spirit still lingers here. Who's trying to come through? Speak.
I'm getting a weird vibe, dude.
Me too. It came over me. It's getting on me right now.
Like nervous energy.
Yeah. I got like mad goosebumps right now. Larkin Hope. Larkin Hope, we're trying to make contact with you. Come through, Marshall. It feels dodgy, dude.
It does feel dodgy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Are we on the right path then? Was this the alleyway that was used to sneak up on Larkin Hope?
I feel like
What did it say?
I have no idea.
It's saying a bunch of stuff right now. Come through, we hear you.
I feel like I need to keep looking over my shoulder.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get like jumped.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's like releasing from me. It was so weird. It's like tensions. Yeah, like. Give us a clue. Speak through. Does your spirit still wander here? Was your blood spilled Was your blood spilled on the road just in front of us? Are you stuck? Lark and Hope, we want to hear from you. Please, come through. That was so weird, that vibe.
Dude,
It's like we told the story and like the whole feeling. I didn't catch that, did you?
No.
Try to speak. Try to speak again. Come through clearly. The energy's weird here, man. Like it's like it feels like it's dead. There's no way it can be hung, and all of a sudden. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden it just like jumps you.
Yeah.
That's what happened upstairs. Nothing? You can make out?
Out on my mic.
It's all good. You can cut it. Something came through, man. Or like some kind of vibe came through. Like it was weird.
Yeah.
Now it's gone.
Yeah.
Like I felt it like it got on me and like I got like chicken skin. It was all over my forearms and like shoulders. And then I even like I'm like, oh, it's going away. I was like letting go. It's like we told his story and like I don't know, maybe he connected with us like, emotionally. With that being said, hey, the train's coming through. It's about 3 in the morning. We'll see if anything else happens. If something spontaneously kicks off in there, we'll start rolling. But we're actually going to get to bed. We're going to sleep here. We're going to roll out some sleeping bags. And we'll see you in the morning. What up, y'all? We're actually getting ready to head down and go to sleep. So we figured, hey, let's document it, see if anything happens. If anything does happen, we'll start rolling if something tries to bug us while we're sleeping. But other than that, we'll see y'all in the morning.
Good morning. We made it. We survived. Some weird noises or something. Last night it was cold as balls, and the devil's train was rolling through town.
Yeah, it's pretty metal.
Super loud. But all in all, we're packing up our crap.
Yeah, sun's out. It's time to hit the road and move on to the next joint.
Need some coffee. See you in the next one.